Today's lecture on All for Love, Dryden's Neoclassical Heartbreak, Passion, Power, and the World Well Lost, **. Good morning everyone. Today we travel back to the passionate and theatrical age of the Restoration era, a time when drama returned to the English stage with new intensity. In this world of politics, passion, and power, John Dryden created one of the most emotionally gripping tragedies in English literature. Everyone settle in. Today we're diving into one of the most emotionally charged, tightly wound tragedies of the Restoration period, John Dryden's All for Love. Picture this. London, 1677. The theaters have reopened after the Puritan shutdown. Audiences crave spectacle, but Dryden, poet laureate, critic, royalist, gives them something sharper. A laser-focused tragedy that strips away Shakespeare's sprawling empire and condenses the doom of Antony and Cleopatra into one single, suffocating day in Alexandria. Why does this matter? Because Dryden isn't just retelling history, he's engineering a neoclassical machine. He obeys the *3 unities Aristotle prescribed: one action, one place, one day. No globe-trotting battles across the Mediterranean like in Shakespeare's Antony and Cleopatra. Everything explodes here, in the palace, on the last day of their lives. The result? Intensity dialed to 11. Every glance, every plea, every betrayal lands like a thunderclap. Let's start with the frame Dryden himself builds. In the dedication to Thomas Osborne, Earl of Danby, Dryden praises absolute loyalty to the crown. He warns that rebellion strikes at the root of power, which is obedience. This isn't casual politics, it's Restoration anxiety. Charles II's court still remembers the Civil War. Dryden uses Antony's downfall as a mirror. When passion overrides duty, empires crumble. Sound familiar? It's Dryden saying, look what happens when private desire topples public order. Now, the preface. Dryden bows to Shakespeare but claims superiority in focus. He invents new characters: Dolabella, Antony's friend secretly in love with Cleopatra, the invented confrontation between Cleopatra and Octavia, and insists his lovers are neither saints nor villains. They're tragically human great souls destroyed by their own greatness. Act by act, the rising fever. The play opens with foreboding. Two priests of Isis, Serapion and Myris, describe apocalyptic omens: the Nile vomiting sea monsters, ghostly armies clashing in the sky. The gods themselves scream that Egypt's end is near. Dryden sets a Gothic, fateful tone, no ambiguity. The Battle of Actium is already lost. Antony has retreated into isolation, trying to starve his love for Cleopatra out of his heart. Enter Ventidius Antony's grizzled Roman general, think the voice of duty. He offers hope. Loyal troops in Syria, but only if Antony abandons Cleopatra and Egypt. Leave her, or lose everything. Antony wavers. Then Cleopatra sends Alexis, her cunning eunuch, with a ruby bracelet shaped like bleeding hearts. One touch, one swoon from Cleopatra, and Antony's resolve melts. I will not leave the woman who loves me, even if it costs my life. Passion wins round 1. The heart of the storm, Act 3's emotional crucible. Here the play burns brightest. Octavia arrives, Antony's neglected Roman wife, with their 2 daughters. She offers forgiveness, loyalty, domestic peace. The children embrace their father. Antony weeps. He promises to return to Rome, to duty, to honor. Cleopatra despairs. She meets Octavia in a blistering confrontation: 2 queens, 1 man. Octavia accuses Cleopatra of theft, wife, children, empire. Cleopatra fires back. You have the name of wife to shield you. I have lost crown and reputation for him. It's raw, gendered, vicious. No one wins. Then the jealousy trap. Alexis pushes Cleopatra to flirt with Dolabella to make Antony jealous. She tries, then confesses her undying love. Dolabella kisses her hand in admiration. Ventidius and Octavia see it. They tell Antony. Misunderstanding explodes. Antony rages, banishes Dolabella, banishes Cleopatra. Octavia, realizing she'll never reclaim him, leaves forever. The final collapse. Deception, despair, death. The fleet surrenders without a fight. Antony, watching from the palace roof, believes Cleopatra has betrayed him to Octavius. Alexis lies. She killed herself in grief at your suspicion. Antony's world ends. She was the jewel that made life worth living. All my conquests were ransom for her love. He asks Ventidius to kill him. Ventidius stabs himself instead. Antony falls on his sword, but misses his heart. Bleeding, he learns the truth. Cleopatra rushes in. He dies in her arms, begging her to follow soon. Cleopatra ascends the throne in royal robes, beside his body. She takes the asp, "I die his wife, no Roman law can break us now." Her maids follow. Serapion enters, sees the noble tableau, and hopes they find in heaven the happiness earth denied. Why this play endures. Themes that still burn. 1. Love versus duty. Antony's tragic flaw isn't villainy, it's humanity. Passion overrides empire, honor, everything. Dryden asks, is love worth the world? 2. Moral ambiguity. No pure heroes or villains. Cleopatra is vulnerable yet regal, Antony heroic yet frail. 3. Restoration decorum meets Shakespearean depth. Dryden uses blank verse, not heroic couplets, for emotional flow. He tempers Shakespeare's sensuality with neoclassical restraint, yet keeps the psychological heat. Compared to Shakespeare, Shakespeare's play sprawls across empires, celebrates their grandeur even in ruin. Dryden shrinks it to a pressure cooker, personal, claustrophobic, domestic. Shakespeare's lovers are mythic forces, Dryden's are painfully recognizable people. In the end, Dryden gives us tragedy with dignity. Antony and Cleopatra don't just die, they transcend death. Their suicide is defiance. The world is well lost for love. A subversive message in a royalist age. Questions for discussion. Is Antony a tragic hero or a fool? Does Dryden glorify passion or warn against it? How does the neoclassical form intensify, or limit, the emotion? Thank you. Let's open the floor. So as we close today's lecture, remember this. Empires rise, armies march, and history moves forward, but the human heart remains the same. In All for Love, or The World Well Lost, Mark Antony loses the world, but wins eternal love. And perhaps that is the greatest tragedy, and the greatest victory, of all. Dryden's tragedy reminds us that sometimes the greatest battles are not fought on the battlefield but within the human soul. Between love and duty, passion and power, Antony chooses love, and in doing so, loses the world. So the next time you hear the story of Mark Antony and Cleopatra, remember that it is not just a story of history, it is a story of humanity. A story that asks us the timeless question, what would you sacrifice for love? Please comment in the comment section if you like this video. Please don't forget to subscribe the channel. Thanks to all my audience.